Welcome, Anime Lately podcast listeners and anime podcast watchers, to another episode of the Anime Lately podcast. I'm your host, Sam the Mega Man, and here with me are my co-hosts. Introducing first, the Game Master, the Director of Anime, Mr. King of Games himself, Ray Apollo. Our next co-host is a legend in the Black Clover community. He has a great love for Trigon and One Piece. The one, the legendary D-Bash, Miguel Ha! That's waiting for you to go down. And finally, our last co-host, he is the CEO of the Careful for Spoilers podcast network and the founder of the No Anime, No Life Facebook group. He has a great knowledge of movies. The great and talented JB James Barnes. How you guys doing? I tried to hold up as long as I could with this one. I actually could have got longer, but yeah.
That's what she said. Anyway,
well, that's how we're starting off the podcast.
Lowest hanging fruit possible. Del Para, there he is. How you doing?
they're great. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. It's always a pleasure, and it's always an honor to be working with you guys as the weekly here every time. It's a pleasure.
I'm sure.
It's been
Great, feeling great now. I was surprised with Sam's energy. So much, it's like he increases every episode,
Right?
Right? It should get longer and longer. Like, he should definitely work like for some wrestling ring or something just to be an announcer for that. I was like, guys, here's the footage, here's the clips. He can do the nice announcements.
Oh, I can. I just sometimes have to lower it down because people are sleeping in my house. I can't go that high as I want to, but I definitely will. I guess we can. It's been a really crazy week since the past week. As if you all guys already know, if you haven't heard yet, the studio company Kyoto Animation had a fire incident, and there have been many people who've passed away, who've died within the fire. One person, due to injuries after the fire, died in the hospital. And it was a great tragedy. So much work. They've done so many works, and really enjoyable. And it's just a tragedy that this happens to them. What do you guys? How did you guys feel about this news and accidents once you heard?
We're gonna go fully dive in.
Actually no. Yeah, we'll go a little bit later. But for now, I want to do a moment of silence from the Animately crew, just to give them respect, the people who've died in the studio. Rest in peace to the people who've died in Kyoto Fire Studios. Condolences to their friends and family that were affected by it. Hashtag pray for Kyoto, hashtag Kyoto Annie Strong, and Kyoto Animation. All right, guys, thanks for the silence. All right, guys, how we usually start from this podcast. What have we been watching? What have we been reading?
Well, usually I will go first. So, me and Ray watch the Night of the Zodiac, Saint Seiya, and let's give that a little small review, right? Let's start talking trash about it. So
I'm not just gonna trash it because it's easy to trash it. It's just that they don't make it not difficult to do it.
I was really disappointed because I never watched the original series. My brother has, and he's talked very highly about it. He saw it back in Colombia in Spanish and everything, and he talked highly about it. So I was, I had not low expectation, but I had mixed expectation. I was hoping it would be better, good. As a first-time viewer, I wanted to see if I will have the same passion as my brother did. And once I saw the episode 1 through 6, easy binge if you want to watch it, have in the background and wash your dishes or do whatever you want to do.
It's an easy binge because you actually not pay attention to it.
the sad thing, the weakest point out of the whole 6 episodes that is the story itself. And that's sad because usually once you go watch an anime, TV show, movie, you're going for the story to hook you in. And it sucks that the story is not there. They rush it. There's the pacing is all over the place. It's too quick or too slow. So that's the thing, the weakest. But one thing I get good props to, the score is good. The music, opening and ending is good. And
they're garbage. Sorry to tell you, they're bad.
They're not
so
great,
bad.
but it's average, and I enjoy it. It's it's great.
No, there's not even. It's like those are weak.
Really?
It's weak. The whole package is just weak, man. I told you, the only thing that made this tolerable is that the animation is clean, mostly.
Agreed.
For me, that was it. Because you think about an anime that wants to cut out its filler, to be concise, give people a nice condensed presentation of their show, like of the manga. This did that, but then it cut out half the actual manga. And so it doesn't make sense. This story just does. They cut out stuff that would have made it make sense, but they just were like, we ain't got time for that. We only have enough money for 6 episodes at a time. So we got to cut out as much as we can, but at least keep enough to have a shoestring of a story. And that's what you got.
I guess I'm just too nice with the opening and ending part, but I do agree with Ray with the animation. The animation was way better than I thought would be in CG. And it was much cleaner than I expected it to be. So that's one thing I gave props to. I call it the Power Rangers of anime style because the thing is that they did
disrespect Power Rangers like that.
It's just that they did so much of their moves repetitive and they use the same clip all the time. It really annoyed me a bit. But it reminded me a lot with Power Rangers because there's some scenes of Power Rangers that it was going so good with action, but then they said it Mystic Force, OMD, the same move all the time. Okay, I'm tired of it. Can you just...
That's what happens when you don't have a lot of money.
A lot of budget. That's definitely could be it. But I'll
Power Rangers has more budget than this show. Let me tell you.
That is a good point. But I expected more with Seiya. Hopefully the last 6 episodes or the next other parts will be better. That's my hope for. Maybe not.
So you guys will continue for the next season.
I will not. I'm not.
I will because I'm curious to see where it goes.
Unless I have nothing else to do, nothing else to watch. I'm bored, and there's literally only one show that I can watch on my Netflix account. Yeah, I'll watch it.
So never?
Yes, never. There's just so much stuff that is worth my time.
Yes.
I have a finite amount of time. I have my time budgeted. And I was kind of mad at this at the end because I felt like I had wasted my time. And that's one of the worst feelings in the world for me.
Not that for wasting my time, but I feel like they use a trope of anime too fast and too quick. They use the power of friendship when the characters were not even friends for longer than 5 hours.
But that was it. That was all they did.
Yeah, I'm yeah, we're literally friends for almost...
We can't lose to your hatred because we're friends.
Come on. It's the power of friendship. What's wrong with you?
But
is this fairy tale?
I get fairy tales because they've been in a family guild for almost 10, 20 effing years. But these dudes literally just met. They have known about each other, but just met. And they call power of friendship. How about power of acquaintance?
They're connected through the knighthood.
Call it power of acquaintance. That's it. Because y'all literally just met each other.
I mean, they're knights, right? Couldn't they say power of chivalry? Or
Some of them
that line really made me roll my eyes. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the anime. Power of friendship, my ass.
I can't even call it. It was bad. It just was there were parts of this that made me laugh a little.
Yeah,
I was that's funny, but the bad guy is terrible, absolutely horrible.
I hated his scar. His scar really did not work.
It looks so bad.
Bad.
I don't want to just keep ragging on this. It's just I did not have fun with Seiya on Netflix. I feel like if you have a small child, a very small child who doesn't know better, they will probably love this because it's got flashy anime Saturday morning cartoon flair. So a kid could watch this on repeat and be fine. It's just that's what it is. It's like Cubics but worse. Smile. So if you have somebody who knows nothing about anime but wants to kind of sort of watch something anime related, give them this. Honestly, like there's this, it's fine for that. But if you enjoy Saint Seiya, I'm sorry. That's fine. You could enjoy this. Just know that it's not good.
Yeah. So we're talking about the 2019 version that just dropped on Netflix.
Yes,
And
I love the original series. The original series is one of my favorites. I love it. But this, booty cakes.
I have to give it a 6. Solid 6.
I told you I was giving it a hot 4. It's a hot 4.
Right there. Our small, good, bad, ishy, trash review of Saint Seiya, Knights of the Zodiac from Netflix. Cool.
So what's the difference between a hot 4 and a cold 4?
See, a hot 4 is one that I give with literally no other, like, there's no other number that could possibly match this. So it's a hot 4. A cold 4 mean, ooh, it started at a 10 and it got worse and worse and worse and worse. No, this is a hot 4.
Take better than I expected with your answer.
I have some. There's some method to my madness. Just some though.
I thought Ray was going to give some bullshit about his hot 4 and cold 4, but he actually gave a good reason. I'm like, I just think actually makes sense.
Yeah, I wish I wish it was. I wish the whole show was as good as the animation is. If that makes sense.
I agree. I agree.
Because like, in that animation is not the best thing in the world.
I was just gonna say, so you want the anime to be just okay?
Exactly. That's it. I wanted to just okay.
Just average. I want to be a 7. At least a 7.
I wanted it to be the average is like a 5, right? You know, so I don't know. I wish it was, but that's enough.
This is more experimenting with the CGI animation kind of.
This was on the scale of, oh, you're starting to get it right, you know. But hopefully they save it for something really good.
Agree.
Okay. All right, guys. What else have you been watching or reading?
Take it away, Miguel. Keep on going.
Do you guys want to talk about Dragon Ball Super? Because I want to hear your guys' thoughts about it.
Well, once we start talking about stuff that we watched and read, yeah. What did you watch and read?
Oh, okay. I also been continuing watching Evangelion. I'm up to episode 20, so 6 episodes away. I was trying to finish it like 6 more this weekend, but I was switching other shows and animes and stuff. So watching Evangelion. It reminds me how the current robot shows got from Evangelion.
Mecha.
Yeah, like all the Darling Franks, all the current ones of the type of mecha got it from Evangelion. Makes sense now what they got it from, because I'm starting to understand it and see. So I'm on episode 20. I'm liking the characters more. The main character, Isekai, is still a little bitch. He likes to whine a lot still. It annoys me. But I have to see it from his point of view, seeing that.
Thank God!
I have to see it yo, I cannot see it as a 23-year-old right now, see it as a kid. I have to see it in his shoes, see that his father's an asshole. His father stayed away from him. After their mother died, he got farther away from him. But then I have to see it that I have to believe that the Evangelion 1, that's probably his mother's soul. That's my assumption. I haven't finished the anime. So I'm just guessing, and right now I'm trying to theorize who is who. And then, if I'm guessing it right, the government is the bad guy, because that's what I'm trying to theorize. Like, it's always the government. Sometimes always the government's the bad guy. If it's not the government, it's technically the church. So that's just how it usually is in most.
Yep, that's usually it. If it's not the government, it's the church.
Yeah.
Damn you, church.
And if it's not the church, it's aliens.
Yeah.
It's usually the latter. It's never the human's fault. So then I'm watching this, and then like Shinji is really not a bad kid. It's just that he has bad people around him.
And he's a kid.
And
so,
he's
like, main point.
So
He's
Just a kid.
just a kid.
And also he has hormones that he likes a girl, but that he likes the other girl. So he likes both girls. And this show is so etchy as hell.
The kid.
It's so etchy as hell, and I love it. As a guy who loves etchiness, but I love how they point jokes about it too. Like, this girl be so etchiness and be so flirtatious about it. And I love how we get answers about the scientist and then the lieutenant, and then after the general now, because she ranked up. So I'm enjoying the show more now because we're getting more backstories up to some characters that I want to know more about. But the one that's really bothering me is that the scientist, she's too mysterious where I want to know more about her mysterious background. Because the dad, I know this motherfucker is holding so much background shit that's annoying me. Like, oh, the Project Cadmus, Project this. I'm like, bitch, can you just tell us about all the projects? I'm tired of by episode 20, Dad. Like, come on. Motherfucker, come on. I'm tired of this whole...
Did you see that there are multiple Evangelion series?
And movies.
I know that this is the first one. I know that after this, I have to watch the movie and point
It's
2.
2, 3 movies.
Yeah, okay.
There's a reason why.
What's the timeline I'm supposed to do after this?
I'm not. Just you finish this first. Finish this first.
So finish this first and then come back to you?
Yep. Then we'll talk about it.
Okay, so by next week, by episode, we're doing 13, right? Yeah, right. By episode 14, I'm so prepared, guys. By episode 14, I will have 6 episodes done. Then I will give my thoughts on how the whole series went. And if my expectations / theories about the government was right. So yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. And then I'm watching Western Animation 3 Below and also Young Justice, so that's entertaining. And Young Justice season 4 got confirmed.
Yeah, got announced. Yeah,
so I'm totally happy about that. So us fans can do shit, guys. We just have to do petition, guys, and hashtags.
It wasn't a petition. It was you watched the show on Netflix like they asked you to. Because those times counted. I watched it so many times.
I watched season 3 and I watched season 1 and 2 too many times, more than I should have. I watched it about 20 times.
It's so good. It's easy to watch. I love it.
It's on Netflix, not the DC Universe app?
No, it was.
They basically put it on Netflix to say, here, if you want this next season so bad, prove it. Watch it.
Oh.
So enough people watched it. They were like, oh, we can do this.
So I'm happy season 4 got confirmed from San Diego Comic-Con, so I'm happy about that. And other than that, the usual Fire Force and Dr. Stone, but I'd rather the guys talk about it since we already covered that on the YouTube side, so that's why I'd rather start the conversation by them. But on my side, that's all I have done for personal side.
Okay.
Ray, you want to go next?
Let's see. Yeah, so I'm keeping up with To the Sacred Beast.
Cool.
Oh man, that show just it makes me sad. It makes me feel a lot.
I love that fight. Ooh.
And it does it so easily and so well and so quickly. I might add, it doesn't draw it out. And I'm like, I just at the end of this last episode, which I think came out today.
I didn't watch it today.
I was really sad. I was legitimately sad, and I'm like, God dang it! Like, cause you feel for just about like you're not gonna feel for every monster the way you do about some, but this one really got me. Like, I really feel for this dude.
Right or tear?
Like single almost tear, but then it got sucked back up into the eyeball. But man, they do such a good job, and it's all of it. It's the captain knowing that he has to do it, but he doesn't want to do it because he knew all of them. He had to get to know all of them because he was captain, and it sucks, but like in the best way,
Sworn oath.
They just do a good job with the story. The animation isn't like the best, but it's like it just reminds me.
Pretty good. Actually, looks pretty good.
It's really good, but it just reminds me of anime from like the 2000s, which I love.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm okay with that. Like it reminds me of something that you probably would have watched for the first time in America on Toonami. Back in the days.
It looks like 2007 animation, kind of.
It does, and I'm like, I like this. It's just like it's not perfect all the time. I'm like, no, this is still really good, and I enjoy it. But golly, it's just that one does something. It makes me feel what these other shows can't. I think right now. It's like it knows how to play with my heartstrings in the serious way.
If I want to add, my favorite thing about the show, like my top one, is the score. The score really makes you feel what the show is going for. So that's one thing that I just want to add is that the score.
That's a part of the package, man. Like I
guess I'm talking about it. The score really hits me. It's emotional. You feel the emotional. If something's hype, you feel the hypeness. So that's something I love about the score and for the opening and for the ending. So really nice.
Yeah, but no, this one's like at first I was like, who knows? This will be like one of those. It's like I'll watch it, it'll be fine. This is one of my favorites of the summer, just straight up. Like it's my favorites. Let's see. Watch Dr. Stone. Much better episode. So much better. Thank you. Although I did because Rachel, she's watched this with me each time I've sat down to watch it, and like I told her, I was like, this show thinks that it's way too smart sometimes, and it doesn't respect your intelligence as a viewer, and it makes me mad sometimes because I'm like, this isn't the most this isn't the most genius thing in the world, because remember, we've already experienced this, we've learned about this at some point in school.
High school.
So like some of the stuff is like, it's really not like, but they make it seem like it is the most incredible scientific stupendous thing in the world, and I'm like, no, it's not. Stop it. But one thing that did bother me is our antagonist. Why is he all of a sudden so smart?
But that's but
I mean, how do you know that it's all of a sudden though?
But Ray, you did read the manga, right?
Yeah, well, see, I don't want to say nothing. I'm not gonna pull a Miguel, but
no. I don't know. One question. So, the thing is that I want to have a quick conversation to know if you read the manga or not, because I want to know. Like, thing is that he is the same smartness in the manga, and he did explain it in the manga. Like, he knew a bit of basic science.
But this is what I'm saying. They didn't explain that in this episode, and all of a sudden he knows what his next steps are. Supposedly one of the smartest people, period. All of a sudden, he's keeping right up with our guy. And I'm like, you didn't explain this to the people watching. How he can...
Agreed. That part agreed.
Didn't explain.
I mean, I think this episode was the explanation, though. He's good at deduction.
I would not say that it's easy to deduct that from the episode, though. Like, he's like, oh, well, this guy clearly is smarter than he looks. But they never tell you how, so you just have to go with it. You just have to ignore that and just like, okay, cool. He's strong and he's super smart. Oh no, like really, you're like, he's strong, he's smart. Oh, these guys are in trouble. Crap, panic. But I was like, come on now, you didn't explain that. Like all of a sudden, he just knows exactly what they're doing. Wait, this is what they wanted me to think.
I mean, but that's the mystery, though. We don't know who this guy is. You know what I mean? And this was the reveal. We
really don't know much about any of them at this point, going by the anime. We don't know much about any of them, honestly. We know that, one's really smart, one is really loyal and sturdy, and now there is a girl, and then there's this strong and super smart guy.
Great. Quick question. When you read in the manga, did she come out this gently in the manga? I don't remember her coming out this smoothly.
I thought they dropped her. I thought that's what happened.
I thought they dropped her too. That's what I'm like. I don't remember her coming out so
because I thought they were freaking out that that they had killed her because they dropped her. Because I was worried, but then I was like, oh, okay. I guess that would have been a lot more drama because he's been really serious about this, since the start. So whatever. But back to still really, really, really good episode. I'm really happy that it's they're wrapping it up, and I'm like, okay, good. They're still adapting it well. Because like I said, at first I was worried. I was like, it's just this one you have to be patient with. You have to be patient with Dr. Stone because it will pay off. It will. It's not bad. It's just, hey, it's a slow burn right up, and then it's gonna go, and it's great. So keep it up, Dr. Stone. Then what else was there? Oh, Demon Slayer. Oh, Demon Slayer. Oh,
I'm still behind.
Talk about this was a fantastic episode.
So much respect for Inosuke.
Did I say it last episode how much I started to like Inosuke more?
Yes, you have.
It just keeps going. I like this character is turning it more and more. It's funny because we got Blonde Boy first. Mm-hmm. And now we have more character in Inosuke than we do in Blonde Boy. And it's the weirdest thing. And I'm like, because maybe they're building up to give us this really good character out of him still. But Inosuke is already a much better character. Already. I'm like, I love Inosuke now. Like, please don't let him get hurt. I love Inosuke.
What kind of destroyed more of Zenitsu's credit was throughout the entire episode, he was practically useless. He was just walking around
He was
complaining. He was useless. Yeah, okay, he was useless.
Oh, just like please do something else with this character. And
to me, they really wasted the animation of drawing him walking to the forest. They could have just done a time skip of just him walking to the forest or him just bumping into them. Like they really.
I'm assuming they keep doing that because they're doing that thing that they did when we saw him the first time in Danger. They're building it up to where it's like, oh, he's getting really scared and his scare level is rising, and when he gets too scared, he turns into murder badass. You know, that's what they're doing, and I'm like. Okay, so,
we see it coming, but
exactly.
They're spending a little.
I'll be excited when it happens. It'll be cool, you know, because it'll be a new really cool lightning animation, yay! But other than that, I'm like, you still kind of suck, but whatever. But no, Tanjiro. Can I just take 2 seconds to tell you how Tanjiro is such a good character? Oh my God, Tanjiro is so good.
He has the biggest heart.
He's legitimately one of the kindest characters we have in anime right now. My God. And it's portrayed so well. So James, you haven't seen this one yet, right?
No, not yet. I'm like 3 episodes behind.
When you see this, oh my goodness. That almost gave me a little tear. There's a moment, and you'll see it from this episode where I'm like, my boy Tanjiro, I'm really proud of you.
I can't add anything more to what Ray is saying because I felt emotion. Sam felt more like emotional more than me because I thought this was about to fucking cry. I'm like, you guys, like my nigga's about to cry. I'm like,
I mean,
I got emotional because I'm like, he's doing it in midair and everything. Mm-hmm. So that the thing that shocked me the most, I just want to add, is that I have seen characters do stuff, changing last minute techniques on the ground. But when you do it in the air, it's more smoothly and done beautiful.
Miguel, don't say too much.
I know. That's what I'm done.
Don't pull Miguel.
I can't.
Don't do it.
I won't.
Did you forget who he is?
I won't pull myself, but okay.
I need you to be Legend. I need you to be Legend Vash right now. Don't be Miguel.
I'm gonna be a Vash, so I'm gonna be quick with it. But that was really beautifully, and the animation was done well. Mm-hmm. So that is on my ad because I can't not go because I'm gonna just stay quiet now.
Score was really good too. Yes. Throughout the entire, you actually feel the emotions of his actions and how, like, oh man, you understand it. And even though we don't see it, like he has that serious vibe in him where he can get angry. You don't need to see his face, but you can feel the vibe coming from him.
And that's to the credit of the artists and the animators. My God, they do such a good job. There's a moment in this episode that it actually shocked me. I didn't expect it, but like I should have expected it. And yeah, oh boy.
Like in a way, I feel like Inosuke has like the same abilities of like Spider-Man with his Spidey senses in a way.
Sort of.
Yeah, because he can like feel like a lot of stuff, and he felt what Tanjiro was angry. Like he can literally feel his aura of anger. We don't see it, and you don't see the aura, but he feels it, and you can sense it from him, and how he acts right afterwards. He's like, okay, that means like this is serious. Tanjiro is very angry. How you make the most kindest boy in the world, and he's angry?
It's a quiet rage.
Yeah,
that's what they do well. Because we've seen both now. We've seen like his outward rage, and we've seen his quiet rage, and I think that's awesome that they've shown that range of Tanjiro. But another thing that this show keeps doing very, very well is how it characterizes the demons.
Yes,
the bad guys. This was another really good example of these were people, and now there are these demons that have to do these things because of the situation they're in. And I'm like, ooh, that sucks. And this is rough. And the fact that Tanjiro recognizes that, I think so far each time,
almost, yeah.
Like, what a well done character. Like, I love it. I love it so much. I'm not going to say too much more because I really don't want to take anything away from this for you, James, because it's so good.
I'll be caught up by next episode.
you'll be like you feel like the thing is about with these demons is you see a story of the flashback of their past and you feel for them, and this was no different. You literally felt where this demon was going through, and especially from her flashback and what was going on.
Yeah,
and then
but this episode we get a very terrible bit of information, so it's bad. Just know that, Chase, it's bad.
Okay.
Not bad as in quality, but bad something
no.
bad.
It's like bad as in like this ain't gonna be good for our boys.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to add that this will be, I'm assuming this will be the last arc of the season, because the way things are, and like we're having 8 episodes left, this seems like the last arc of the season.
Yeah.
I think we hit a climax in this one, and then we kind of we get a wind down, because this is a really big build. I think there's another 2 episodes before we get to the climax. I think.
Agree.
A slow, transition. So we'll see.
Oh, anything else have you been watching or reading? Right?
Oh God, yeah. There's a lot. Like I've actually been trying to keep up. So let's see. I did our main shows, of course, and then still watching JoJo. I did not think that I would like JoJo, but I think it's just time and place. I'm in a different place in life now, and I'm like, I just want a goofy ass anime that I can enjoy and sit and watch, and that's 100% JoJo. JoJo's ridiculous, and like the fights are cool, but they're also just wild. I'm like, what? Who would have thought of this? Who did this? But I like it. It's fun to just sit and watch. And then what else was there? Oh, I told you guys before the show. I tried to watch the one about the boy and the mom and the isekai.
Do you love your mom and her 2-hit multi-target attacks?
Yep. Now I know exactly what that name means. Do you love your mom's titties? And that's exactly what that show's about. And
wow.
Yep. Now you understand. I got like a little way into the first episode. It's like, this is too much for me right now. I can't do this. I'm like, that's his mom. I can't do this.
I will give my thoughts about that on the next episode. I haven't had a chance to watch it, so I will give my thoughts on the next episode.
Yeah.
And
I'll let you know. That.
About her titties.
And then I think that was it for watching. I think I'm probably forgetting something because I watched a few things. But reading wise, James, I read the new chapter of Dragon Ball Super.
It is so good. It's just so good.
At first I was, because I thought they were like stringing us along and they were going to do something lame, and I was like, oh,
me too.
Traditional Dragon Ball, whatever, fine. You had me, and then but then they did something I completely didn't expect. And do we want to like spoil the whole thing, or
guys? How long has it been now? A week or 2 out?
No, this chapter just came out.
Like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So having full spoilers, guys. We have a full spoilers of Dragon Ball Super out. So talk about chapter 50, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I guess we'll just kind of hit the highlights.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about it before. I mean, just not at like length. So what we do know is that Moro got the Dragon Balls. All bad. Namek has been whooped on again, and they took the Dragon Balls from the Namekis again, and I'm still mad about it.
Yep.
So Moro is slick, and now he's way more slick than I thought he was, by the way. Way more slick. Because he had I don't know if we talked about it last time, but he made, was it the 3 wishes or the 2 wishes?
He made 2 of the 3 wishes.
Okay, so he made 2 of the 3 wishes. And one was for his powers, of course.
Yeah, for his full magical power, yeah.
And then there was like the secret wish they didn't tell us about. They were like, oh, he made another wish, but we're not going to tell you what it was. And I'm like, what the how you going to do Come on
Chapter
now.
49 literally ends with Moro just like, I want you to guess what my 3rd wish was.
Yeah, basically he goes, because Goku and Vegeta approach him, he goes, hey, ain't you curious about what I wish for? And they go, oh yeah, you did have another wish. What was that? And he goes, well, you're about to find out, sucker. So basically, you know how he was in prison all this time? Moro's been in prison for centuries, eons, I don't know, a long time.
Long time.
And he basically wished that everybody in the prison would get set free. And so you know what happens with somebody in the joint based off TV shows. They make all these deals with everybody else. Hey man, when I get out, I'm gonna get y'all out and we're gonna do this thing together, right? Well, that's exactly what happened. He made these deals with all these people in jail. And when he wished for them to get out, they all came running to him. And now he's got a whole army of prisoners.
Yep.
Just his boys. Because he said he let them out of prison. And so Moro, this dude, I really
and apparently Moro, like All for One, can share his power with other people.
I don't know how they're going to beat him.
What?
Because like he summons these dudes, like, because you know Goku and Vegeta, they can sense chi, and they're like Goku's like, hey, there's a lot of dudes in that ship, and they're like, oh, okay, we can still fight them. So they go blue, you know, they go Super Saiyan blue, and they're like, all right, we're gonna whoop them. So they start fighting them, and then Moro's like, man, whatever, I'm gonna give him some more power. And then all of a sudden they're like super strong because Moro is ridiculous. We still don't really know the cap for Moro's power. We don't know.
I don't know if one exists. Like, it's crazy.
It's weird. And so the Goku and Vegeta get whooped now. But then while Moro's giving these guys power, he's taking power away from Goku and Vegeta at the exact same time, making them weaker, but also making the guys they're fighting stronger. And I'm like, come on now, how they gonna lose? So
yeah, you're watching them change from blue to Super Saiyan God to 3. Like,
it's crazy. And then all of a sudden it's like it's time for a full retreat. Like they've lost again to this guy. Like they have tried to fight him, I think it's 3 times now. And have lost every time. They have lost every single time. Like the first time I was like, haha, we're Goku and Vegeta, we're gonna beat you up. And it's like, I ain't even got my powers back yet. And then he gets his powers back and he watches them, and then they go and hide and heal up, and then he comes out again. But now, so the kicker for this whole chapter is that they have to leave because they're gonna die. These prisoners are gonna kill them. You know, they don't have any energy left, and they're like, all right, we gotta go. So Goku's getting ready to instant transmission everybody out because that's what he does. He's like, we got to instant transmission out of here. He's like, hey, Vegeta, we got to go. And Vegeta literally goes off. He's like, this is some bullshit, essentially. He's like, we're some of the strongest people in the universe, the strongest race, literally. And this guy keeps making us run. He's like, I'm tired of running, essentially. And Goku's like, but we're going to die if we don't leave. And Vegeta says, F y'all, and doesn't go with them and tells them to instant transmission. And Vegeta flies off on his own, chasing this other ship that flew off in the distance. It's crazy. So now Vegeta is not with Goku and with the Galactic Patrol. And James, do you want to tell them what Vegeta decides to do?
Dude, so Vegeta is on his way to Yardrat. For the people that think that name sounds familiar, this planet is where the Ginyu Force was headed before Frieza called them to find the Dragon Balls in the Frieza saga.
Mm-hmm.
So when Planet Namek explodes and Goku uses the Ginyu Force's ship, the coordinates go straight to Yardrat.
Yeah.
That's the race of people
who
that nursed him back to health and trained him in the art of instant transmission.
Yeah.
Boom! Like, wait, what? Like this, like these new chapters are just bringing everything full circle. It's bringing stuff from Frieza saga. Before that, it's bringing stuff from all over the place and just bringing it all together and expanding the universe in a way that Dragon Ball has just never done, honestly. Like, it is just amazing right now.
So one weird theory that I have is, what if he finds Ginyu on this planet? Like, what if Frog Ginyu somehow made it to this planet? And this is how they get rid of Moro. Ginyu takes Moro's body and goes and does what he wants to do. Sounds stupid, but it sounds wild.
I mean, but Ginyu with Moro's power, I'm not okay with that.
I mean,
that would be worse.
No, it could be, but Ginyu's also kind of like, I don't know, Ginyu's weird, but that's just a weird, dumb, like, possibility. But Vegeta going to this planet, I'm like, what does he want to learn? Because obviously, I don't think he wants to learn instant transmission, but he want to learn something similar, I guess. Like, he knows something about this planet. Because, I mean, I freaked out for a second because at first I thought he was going to the planet that Broly was on.
That's what I thought too.
That's immediately what I thought. I was like, wait. I was like, wait.
Is he gonna pick up Broly? Holy
exactly.
shit!
I was like, is he gonna go train with Broly? But it was like, why would he do that? He hated Broly. But then I was like, no, that's not that planet. And I was like, oh no, that's where Goku learned instant transmission. So like, what is he going? Like, what does Vegeta want to learn? So I don't know. This is the most excited I've been about Super since, I don't know, Goku Black, maybe.
It is so good. It's just getting better and better and better.
Legitimately, it's getting awesome. I love it. So, I really want to know what other like Dragon Ball Super readers are feeling. Like, are you guys even liking this? I haven't seen anybody else talking about it. The only person I know that's reading it is James. So,
there's some people in the anime group that's reading it, but
man, it's wild. It's real wild. So, but yeah, that's it. That's it for me. I'm sorry that went forever, but no, that's what I'm reading, watching. Yep.
This is actually good to know because it actually makes me want to actually because I paused I think on chapter 34, 35, something like that. So it makes me want to
keep
go
going.
back like 20 something chapters now or 15 something chapters to actually catch up to chapter 50 to see this because to actually see a full circle like James and Ray said definitely wants to make me.
So you watched Super, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
I would, if I honestly, I probably should have told you, and I don't know if I did or not. I would have just picked it up in the Tournament of Power and read from there.
The reason I started from the beginning is because I know that they did some things differently in the Tournament of Power. So I know that they did some things differently with
something like I'm saying. I just would have picked. I literally just would have picked it up there.
I didn't know what I didn't know what chapter it was. That's why I was just like, okay, let me just start from there. But
because I mean, there's some cool stuff that does happen. Like Gohan actually gets more of a hero moment, but that's about it. So yeah, sorry. That was my talk. The comments like, God, he talks forever. I'm sorry.
No, not at all.
Oh,
that's what we're here for. That's what we're here to do.
James, I think it's your turn.
Yeah. So I've been watching. I just started Isekai Cheat Magician.
Okay.
This is right up my alley. I like it.
I knew it.
I like it.
I knew it.
You would like it, actually.
I knew it. I was like, James gonna be the only one to like this.
No,
Like,
I'm
like
liking
this.
it. I'm kind of liking it too.
I like the MCs. They've been friends since childhood. They will do anything to protect each other, and they have ultimate power. Let's fucking go. I'm good. It is right up my alley. It's all I need, and I'm great.
Well, I told you, it's what Wise Man's grandchild should have been, but
exactly.
whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like they took their
I still
time.
have that bad taste in my mouth. I think it's what it is. So,
like with Isekai Cheat Magician, it was a little slow with the first episode, but with the second episode, it picked up the pace a little bit, and already the training is done, and they have more of control of how to use their abilities. Not fully, but a good amount where they can touch a little bit of everything, so they can experiment on how to get like much stronger and better use their powers in that sort of way. And I like that. Like they took their time, and like if with the 13 episode kind of anime, it's okay to take your time and stop to up to a certain point, which I'm okay with the slow start and slow burn that way because it actually is getting a little better and better and better.
But James, I saw it coming. I saw that you're gonna love this series. Once James said in the group chat, like, yo, I said, Chimmy said, I bet you the positive. He don't say they love it, and I started.
I love it.
What else have you been watching?
Dr. Stone. I feel completely different from Ray. I thought the reveal of Shishio being that intelligent and his deductive skills, that just made me want to read the manga right now. Like, I want to read the manga. I want to catch up because this character is incredible. I think this is the right antagonist for Senku because he can match him in somewhat in intelligence, and he can definitely match the other guy in strength. So I think he's good.
I think more in strength.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I think he's a good antagonist for the both of them, and it'll be nice to see who will reign over this new world. I mean, we know it's going to be Senku, but it's nice to see the story unfold. So I want to read the manga. To the Abandoned Sacred Beast, really good. It is. I have it in my notes. It is great and tragic.
Yep, that's the word.
I really like the animation, like we talked about before. I think the story is really good, and it really sucks to see that this captain that spent so much time with these people, he fought beside these people, he bled with them, and now he has to kill them. Like, it really, really sucks. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
really, really love that. It just shows you that not all stories have happy endings
Right.
or happy stories, and this is it. I just picked up Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?
That's the other one I watched. Frick, I knew I forgot
Bell's cool. I'm in.
Good.
Yes.
He only gets cooler, let me tell you. And
It gets better.
did you watch both? Are you caught up current, or did you just start it?
Oh no, I just started. I just saw the first episode. I'm like, cool. I'm in. Let's do it.
This new episode, intense.
Oh my god. Ray?
Intense. So sorry, go ahead, James. Keep going.
Oh no, not at all. As far as reading goes, we already talked about Super, but I am on chapter 70 of Fire Force, and it is incredible. I'm like, how does it keep getting better? How does it keep getting better? I don't understand it.
I just want to watch it. I just want to watch it.
Like it's just so good. But that's all I've been reading and watching for now.
All right, guys, that's cool. It's my turn. What I've been watching. How many kilograms are the dumbbells you lift? Really enjoying it. It's still
I
pretty
need to
good.
check that out.
Me too.
I'm enjoying it. It's still good. The Demon Lord retry. Watched episode 3. It's okay. It's all right. Not something that I want to watch right away, but it's not the worst thing. If it's for my daughter, I even defeated Demon Lord episode 3. So wholesome.
Is
So
it
great.
still good? Because I
It's so
haven't
wholesome.
back up yet. I need to.
It's very
I
wholesome.
really, really like the first episode.
Like it just gets to your heart, man. Like the girl is so cute. It's like she's like waiting for her dad to come home every single time, but she needs to do something else to kill time or to not have her thoughts think. So then the next thing for her daughter to do, cooking. Cook for her father when she comes home and everything. It's like what? It's like the best example I could say is like Full Metal Alchemist. It's like Humei's like his own entire anime in a way. It's like that, where he always loves his daughter and his daughter loves him and all that stuff that way. It's very wholesome. Isekai Cheat Magician episode 2, really enjoying it. The gun anime or Afrite from A Commonplace to World's Strongest. I haven't watched the new episode, but I'm really close to dropping it, mainly because it's really confusing where you don't get the beginning of any Isekai episode, like the whole transport and learn like how the main character was getting picked on or how everybody like treated him pretty bad or he's the works and how he got tricked. You only find out by he's just seeing everybody going flashbacks and backstories and everything. And like that's the most confusing way I can ever see it. So they don't even give you the shock value like right away from that first episode from beginning throughout the entire beginning. You're getting just a flashback of it. Also been watching Do You Love Your Mom and her 2 multi-attack thing. I got to the 2 episode. Really not something you want to watch in public.
Oh wow.
It's really not.
Not
I was like,
safe for work, not safe for public.
well, I mean,
Not
like it's
safe
all
for
it's censored, but
LOL?
it's so weird. But as long as nobody else understands, like as long as nobody else that's like somehow looking at your phone or like see you watching it and shit, like
Is this on Crunchyroll?
yes, it is.
So on VRV.
Like as long as they don't know that that's his mom and shit like that.
But I know.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird. It's just very weird.
Makes me want to watch it even more now. Just after this podcast recording, I'm gonna just probably watch it, just kick back.
I don't want to know your kinks on this show. Please stop. No.
That's making me curious to see my reasons of why Ray hates it, but then Sam is intrigued, and then other people are what their feelings about. So I just want to get my own opinion about it.
I didn't say I hate it. I'm just like, this isn't something that you should like.
It's like it's the Isekai in me that wants to watch it, but
Oh yeah, okay.
it's stopping me. It's getting there to stop me. Almost there. What I've been reading, I've read the new Boruto chapter.
How
Actually,
is
no,
that?
the manga's actually pretty good. No,
I heard that. Like I did hear that this one was like, oh,
This one was good.
again. You know.
yeah, like Naruto has been picking up the pace. Like he hasn't been slacking since he became Hokage.
Oh,
He's-
good. So it's about Naruto and not Boruto. Lit.
It's almost like 40-60. 40% Naruto, 60% Boruto,
That's
which is
bad.
which is not bad.
It's on my list. Like it's literally, I have it ready. I just need to start it. I did want to start the Boruto.
Yeah, the manga is definitely so much better. I don't suggest the anime like at all, even though so many people complain where it's like a whole happy life and everything quiet place. What's going on with Boruto? Like the fillers of Naruto, literally all the fillers in Naruto just literally overwashed the Boruto series in general. But the manga, it got very interesting. Like it's very intriguing stuff to know that they're taking care of a kid that has the same ability as Boruto. Because after they killed, I forgot his name. Damn it. Um,
Momoshiki.
Momoshiki. Boruto developed a new ability just because he killed him, and now they pretty much Naruto adopted another kid because he was like a prisoner and he has the same ability as Boruto, like pretty much the same thing of killing Momoshiki. But
Right.
it gets very interesting. Instead of like chakra or like ninjutsu and other stuff like that, it's like a whole new ability of it that's completely different. Like say like but you know how Tsunade and Sakura had that diamond on their head where they just like save a little chakra every single time from it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just pretty much similar, the same thing like it, where like your abilities is getting saving like chakra and ability to make yourself even more stronger. But more of this is it's more like connected and it's for your palm, and you're connected with someone. Like your person is connected with the same ability, or like at least work together. That's really strong. But separately, you're kind of like you're the worst enemies of each other. Pretty much like Naruto and Sasuke in a way.
So you're not selling me on this.
Ray's face,
Yeah, I'm like,
Ray's
what?
face in reaction is my face. Once I heard Naruto brought a kid to his home just because he was a prisoner and to watch over him. That was my face reaction, Ray. Is because how are you not a good father, but you will bring another kid to your home and try to be a father of him? Like,
it's this excuse to try to be at home more with his kids.
I mean, I can see that making Boruto more upset. But okay, go off, Naruto.
I mean, he respects more Sasuke than his own father anyway.
Well, I wonder why.
And even Sasuke is barely in the village because he always has his covert missions of himself, for his own thing, and comes back every once in a while, every other month, and that sort.
Oh, but so just quick aside, Miguel, did you get the Itachi Sasuke thing from Phoenix Armor?
oh yes, I did.
So stupid, so dumb. Sorry.
I did so much. It bothered me. I'm like, why? But okay, cool.
Okay, yep, cool. Bye. Sorry, go ahead, keep going.
But yeah, I do like the Boruto series on the manga side, not the anime.
I will give it a chance for you, Sam. So far, Sam, you have not steered me wrong, except I'm gonna ignore the multi-hit targets thing.
Yeah, you don't need to watch that. No, you're good. You're good. I'm watching it because I'm just curious, and I'm watching some other stuff too.
Yeah, for the science. Yeah, that's why you're watching it.
For the culture.
I need to do my research.
Oh, I guess, am I too normie now? Oh no. What happened?
Quick, you need more JoJo. Become more of a weeb. All right, guys. Before we start the news, Fire Force was on break last week as respect for Kyoto Fire, and I think it was a good move from David Production Studios because it wouldn't be appropriate to kind of have an episode about fighting fire when the fire incident was happening. So that was a good move from their side.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's start the news. Fire breaks out in Kyoto Animation's first studio building. 34 people has been confirmed dead. From what we know, the arsonist is a 41-year-old man who allegedly used gasoline to start the fire and are investigating the case of the arson. They're suspecting that it was because he wrote death threats and complained saying they stole his ideas for a light novel. But he also had a background, had a history of him getting arrested before by robbing convenience stores, and he has served time from it. So we also learned that this is this is where most of the studio's mainline productions takes place inside a building. And the company was also has a head office, a second studio, but all their most recent work and all their old works were all done within this first building. The president, Hideaki Hata, stated at Friday that all of the past animation materials and computer housed in Kyoto Animation's building were destroyed on Thursday's fire. And he told the media, like, the monetary amount of the damage was extreme. And I don't know the full details. He is deeply heartbroken. He couldn't bear it, and he could never dream that such a thing was going to ever happen. And this is a serious blow to the company and the industry. Every one of them was an excellent and wonderful colleague. And he's also considering demolishing the first studio building just to create a public park with monuments of all the people who passed away from the fire. Well, first, guys, what were your thoughts when you heard about the Kyoto Studios fire?
When I first heard about it, when I was on Twitter and everything that day, it was sad. It was something I never expected to happen. And one thing that is very devastating because it's something that should never happen to anybody or any company, any workplace, nowhere it should be. Because when you go to work, you just want to come home to your family and stuff like that. And just to know that when you go in that day to work, you didn't know that was your last day to work. And you're saying bye to your kids, bye to your family. And it's very sad and very heartbreaking to know that all these people just couldn't work and just lost their lives in just a normal day for them. And I just feel bad. It really hurt me as a person who loves anime and who loves manga, but also a person that want to go visit Japan. And just to know that some people, this person, if the name is out, I don't want to say the name or whatever. But this person really is did something very heartbreaking to the people of the studio and to the people of their lives.
Ray, James?
I mean, it's horrible. Like this is a tragedy. Like this, when I saw it, I was going to bed, and I was kind of shocked because, that's not the kind of thing you expect to see. Period. Especially. Yeah. Out of Japan, where we don't get a lot of news about crimes that happen in Japan, but tragedies like this, like it really kind of shook me because, like you said, like those people didn't expect to not go home, and it just, I think it's terrible that was the way that it happened, and it's just reading some of the accounts of like what he did to do it. It's like it's horrendous. Like that's not a person. Like that's evil. And it really breaks my heart. And I feel for all the folks that lost somebody. Like it's a loss to all those people and a huge loss to the industry. And God, it's terrible. I hate to see stuff like this. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's a monster. I mean, 34 people dead, 34 people injured. Like, it's crazy. I mean, like you guys already said it, like they never thought they would go into work and it would just be the last thing. You know what I mean? They're not able to see their families anymore. Like this is crazy. I heard one thing in the reports that one of the people that got injured, they had to amputate his legs. Like it's just all bad, man. It's just all a shitty situation.
One amongst the deceased was director Takemoto Yashiro.
Yeah.
He was the director of Clanin, Kobayashi Dragon Maid, Air, Amayagi Brilliant Park, Full Metal Panic. He's done a lot of great works, and it's sad that he was among the 34 that passed away as well. He's done some amazing works that I love, and he's like, it's insane. The arsonist definitely is a monster for doing this. Like with Japan's low crime rate, and I don't know what was going on in his head to want even to start to pour gasoline onto the building and like starting this fire. Like no regards to the people that's in their human lives. Like they're still humans. Like how come? As his mind, he's probably not considering them as people anymore. And he's a monster for doing this.
Mhm.
It's not about the company anymore. It's the people that you've hurt, the families that you destroyed, and it's like tragic. Like, what the hell is his problem?
It's people like that we don't try and understand because there's no understanding them.
Agree?
And like because of that, there was also like with Kyoto Animation, they were on in the works of other movies like Free and Violet Evergarden, because a movie was supposed to be coming out in January in 2020, but now like there's a good chance that those movies will never be out again. Like it probably was destroyed during that fire, and it's like insane. No one's ever gonna enjoy it, and I know a lot of people loved Violet Evergarden, and it's like it sucks.
It
Like
does.
not so definitely not worth it because this guy was a monster. All right, guys, let's move on. Let's to our next news, a little bit brighter. Nino Kuni films preview clip show of their airship flight. I honestly thought the animation for this was fantastic. Like we knew the animation was great, and just having watching this clip looks really good.
I mean, yeah, I remember the first time we talked about Nino Kuni. It's like Nino Kuni's always been gorgeous, so
Mhm.
I'm not surprised at all.
This would be a movie that I definitely would watch in theaters if
I
it
think you
ever
both.
happened.
I think all three of you will really like it.
Okay.
I
I'm
just need to see it. I think the animation's cool, but the trailer's not pulling me in. I'm not
I
sold.
I agree with James that the animation is pulling me in, but the name of the title and also the I don't know much of the director credits and stuff like that. So I don't know too much of the background. I checked some of the stuff, but I haven't seen his credit work. So I will have to see its actual movie to actually give a better opinion. The whole airship and the score sounds good, but I don't know too much of the story to actually grip me in and get excited about shows like Weathering for You. That I'm excited about because I know the director's work and stuff in animation. But
Okay.
this I'm not too thrilled about it because I don't know too much about it. But I'm curious about it. Definitely will watch it on screen if it's out.
Okay. Speaking of Weathering with You, uh, Shinkai's Weathering with You film has surpassed 1.64 billion yen in the first 3 days of his premiere. I mean, that's amazing. It's way. It was actually right now currently way more than Your Name's first 3 day debut, and
Well,
we can't wait to have this movie in our own U.S. theaters to watch as well to experience this.
Definitely, this movie will be the highest box office in the Asia side, in the
Japan.
Japan box office side. Definitely will be the highest. Definitely will be Your Name and what's the one behind it? Can't remember the one behind it, but definitely will beat it. And sadly, if it comes to the U.S., it might not even be considered in the Oscars because this might not even win. Hopefully, it's nominated. Just like it was nominated last year. I forgot what was the movie that was nominated last year.
Mirai.
Yeah, Mirai. But hopefully, if it does come to U.S. box office, hopefully it is considered in the Oscars like it's supposed to be. Like it's supposed to be more brought out. But very happy for it. It's really not really unexpected. So definitely was supposed to be, and also the director's name and plus your name really help out boost the sales.
Of course, you can't forget where the origins of where it came from, and that's what makes your next sequel film even more successful and more popular. We definitely can't say for sure. Maybe the story is even if the story is just as good or even better, it helps. It definitely helps more in the sales run. And once it hits DVDs and Blu-ray, it's gonna go even more. It's gonna make even more money. Like,
Yeah.
uh, okay, let's move on. One Piece news. One Piece TV anime episode.
I'm okay. Hey, what's up? What happened? What I missed?
One Piece about.
Oh, dang it.
One Piece TV anime episodes on July 28th and August 4th to have its original story tying into its new film, One Piece Stampede.
Woo!
Yeah, your thoughts?
I'm excited for this. I remember the last thing they did like this was with Film Z or something like that, and they also did it with actually Film Gold. They actually did like an hour special with Film Gold, so I'm very curious to see why they're doing this, and if this is going to be part canon with Stampede, so like part of the actual one arc or One Piece, because most of the One Piece films are not canon to the actual story. So I'm curious to know if this is a special event, or if this is going to be like Film Gold, just to do a special hour. So that's it. Right now, the current anime is going with the one arc and with the new animation, just like with the new animation with Stampede. So I'm really curious about that. But that's very cool. So it gives more time for the one arc to be consistent with the animation, and for the filler to be consistent with the story. So I'm very curious to know what the story is going to be about. So I'm very happy about it as a One Piece fan. How about you, Ray? Are you excited? Are you awake? Are you excited for the One Piece action?
Hey, what happened? I fell asleep with my eyes open. That was awesome.
It's called Luffy Gum Gum of Devil Fruits, Water. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, Luffy. Go punch him in the face. Yeah.
Gum Gum Bazooka.
Yeah, gum, punch yourself in the eye. Woo! Yeah, One Piece, Sword Man.
Okay, guys, let's move on. We continue with the One Piece news. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Luke Cage's Matt Owens is to pen a script for Hollywood's One Piece project. So One Piece is getting a live-action movie, and the script will be written by Matt Owens, who is also a fan of One Piece.
I'm excited for this is because he's not excited, thrilled. More the better word is that slight hope and skeptical because Matt Owens wrote he was a co-writer for Luke Cage, and he's one of the writers that wrote the first arc, the better half of Luke Cage, the one with Mahershala Ali. So I'm happy about that part, that he actually wrote the good part of Luke Cage, and he was a co-writer, and I think he's one of the writers of the One Piece live action, because I think there will be 2 more writers involved. Not too sure about the information, but I'm more skeptical and more hopeful is the word. And we have all these projects being of live action of the Hollywood side, and just wait to see what we get, because we have a My Hero film, we have a One Piece film live action. So we won't see them until by 2022 or by year 2025. So I'm just waiting to see once it happens, to see more details and opinions of them. We just get news and it just drops. I just want to see a trailer or more talk about it, a script, what arc they're doing, stuff like that. So I could give a better opinion. Or it could be skeptical and most importantly, hopeful.
Okay. Some anime doesn't translate, and I kind of think One Piece is one of those anime that might not translate.
Oh,
I just don't see this going well. Like Dragon Ball cannot be translated to live action. It's just the way it's done. I just don't think it's possible, and I think One Piece falls into that category. It's kind of too weird to be live action. I don't know. I just don't see how this is gonna work.
Totally agree, James, because it's a pirates with devil fruits where a guy gum stretches. I think that's a bit complicated to do in CG.
Yeah,
but somehow they're doing Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix as a series. So maybe with today's technology, maybe they can make it work. And if you have good content creators, story builders, writers, and directors that can make it work, go for it. If they can't, don't touch my fucking shit.
Well, how much do we know about Matt Owens? We also know that he's also one of the writers for Defenders.
Oh, sorry. Did I laugh? My bad.
Like I said, he don't have a good resume.
The story for Defenders was shit.
Yeah,
it really was.
Yeah, like I said, he don't have the best resume. Thank you, Sam, for bringing that up, because I did not want to bring it up, but thank you for bringing it up. But,
I'm not worried about him writing the script. I'm worried about the tone of the film. I'm worried about how the characters are going to be portrayed, because you can't do it the same way that it happens in the anime, because that kind of humor will not translate to live action. So what are you going to do with his abilities, the humor? I don't know.
With what James said, and my last thing to add on this topic is that these live action movies that they want to do, Hollywood, instead of doing movies, do what Netflix is doing with The Witcher. They're doing it as a series. Avatar: The Last Airbender as a series. Things that go from games and stuff, they know it could be better as a series and as an 8 episodes, more budget on it. I think One Piece, if you want to do it, fuck it, it's your money, go ahead. But at the same time, do it as a TV series because it could work better. Much longer, more story, much easier. But I'm not the one with the money. So you do what you got to do.
All right, guys, let's move on. Sword Art Online, at least in edition, War of Underworld's anime's new promo. And guys, most of us are Sword Art Online fans. I'm not too sure about Ray if you like Sword Art Online, but
I'm lost. I'm not caught up from season 3.
Right.
oh, you're
So
not.
I am completely lost as to what's going on. It looks cool, but I'm lost.
So,
Yep. Yep.
want me to give you the non-spoiler seriousness recap?
Yeah, let's give a recap of.
So, I'll give you the recap of non-spoiler. So
That's impossible for you. So I guess I'm just ready to be spoiled.
I did it for 7 seasons last week, and I did a good job.
Okay, I'm gonna go read the comments.
All right, so I'm gonna give you the non-spoiler of SAO season 3. You know the usual. Kirito went inside the digital world, and then he met a friend. That friend of his, he became his best friend. They trained together, lived together, and then from there on, they are trying to save the digital world from Kirito on one side. Asuna is trying to protect Kirito because he got kidnapped. This all happened from the first episode. Sorry, the first 3 episodes. So this is not really spoilers.
So they become digital champions.
I'm about to say, where's Agumon? Because you made this sound a lot like Digimon for a hot minute.
While I was saying it, I felt like I'm trying to speak a song with Digimon. I'm like, no, I'm about to speak a song right now. I'm about to speak a rap beat. But no, this literally is from the first 3 episodes. And then this is literally the first arc of the first core. The second core is that the Kirito and his best friend Juego, they literally get into some shit by the church. Like I said, if it's not the government, it's not the government, it's the church. So the church fucks up, in the church of the bad guys. But then in the human world, Asuna is trying to save Kirito, and guess who's the bad guy in the human world? The government.
Technically,
So,
that's it's just mercenaries, different part of the government.
different part of the government. But that's literally what's going on with the first 2 cores, so of non-spoiler side. So this promo shows that Kirito is still in coma because in the end of the second core, some shit happens. Like Sam said, the mercenaries came through with guns blazing. Literally, like I said, guns blazing into the turtle. That's what that's what the base called the turtle. And literally guns blazing, and Kirito right now is in a coma. So I don't know if he's gonna wake up, but obviously he's gonna wake up because he's the main person of the series. So obviously he's gonna wake up. And right now he's sleeping with the woman, or she's sleeping with him. So I don't know, but that's what the promo is, and it seems pretty cool. I'm intrigued. I'm still watching season 3. Definitely hug and screaming.
That was another segment of Miguel's bad description.
Hey, it was not that bad. I was serious about it this time. I was serious about it. I just added too much digital.
Yes, a lot of digital world for digital monsters.
You didn't sell me on that either.
Well, if you're a fan of SAO season 3 and want to watch it, go ahead and watch it because it's very entertaining. It was bad, crazy. Definitely good season. The best one. Definitely best season of SAO. And then Order and Scale, and then season 2 and 1.
I'll try to summarize a little bit more from what Miguel explained. The first quarter of Sword Art Online was okay. It's the whole introduction of what the Sword Art Online Alicization world is. And then the second half is, like, once you discover what kind of world you're in, the only way you get out is pretty much completing the game. And Kirito and his friend his childhood friend that he's lived into this digital world is helping him pretty much beat this game, because once he beats this game, he'll be able to wake up from the coma that he was in, and be able to like live back the world he lives in, basically. Because the world that he lives in, everybody, every world, they're all AIs, but they're all under strict rules from like the master control. and the AIs, they can't break their codes, like they can't break the rules that's given upon them, such as like laws for people. Like they have to follow these laws. If you break these laws, you're gonna get punished. Same things with the AIs. Like they're taught to, they can never break these rules, because once they break these rules, they will get punished. They will get deleted. They get all the bad stuff that's happened to them. But people who created this world, the admins, the real reason they created this is because they want these AIs to break these rules. They want to give them a mind of their own, because AI is not supposed to be this way. Like they are only to follow control and follow orders, and never to think for themselves to break out of their circle, basically. So Kirito, once he was in this world, he was able to help some of these AIs break the circle, break their box, and be able to break the rules and be their own person. And that gave them their own special abilities of their own, and which helps Kirito proceed into beating this game so he can escape. Yeah.
That's
And
Okay.
did that guys convince you more?
I mean, I love SAO, so I mean, I'm gonna see it. I just need
I
to.
like SAO, so I mean, I might catch up at one point.
yeah,
I
it's
love
definitely
Kirito.
Well, overall, the promo, I like the promo. Definitely can't wait for October, for the fall of the last season of 2019. So definitely, overall promo-wise, I'm excited. Hook me. More questions and ask. I don't know what the hell does the Underworld mean. So I don't know if he's alive, is he
they're
dead.
in Underworld. That's the name of the world that they're in. It's named Underworld.
I know, but I want to know more about it. Like, is there something more to it? So, like, that's what I'm trying to question, Sam. Like, I'm more curious about it. So
I mean, besides a war, says the name. But yeah, there's still stuff that we don't know about this world that we're going to be learning in this new season of season 3, which is also going to be the last 2 cores for this whole entire thing. And if there's going to be continuing the next 2 seasons, it's probably going to take a few more years, maybe a movie. That's fine too. Next, move on to the next news. German YouTuber Nino Kerl makes cameo in Mashima's Eden Zero manga. So, Hiro Mashima, the creator of Fairy Tail, Rave Master, and all the other good stuff, especially with Eden Zero, he was inspired by this German YouTuber named Nino Kerl. And so he decides to draw his version of him and use him as a character for his own manga.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the reason why I have this here is because that's a pretty good goal. That's a new great dream for YouTube or any content creator to have. Like your favorite author like loves you, like he watches your videos and he sees all this great stuff, and he decides to, you know what, I'm gonna put him in my story, I'm gonna put him in my comic, or I'm gonna put it in my show, like because I love his attitude, I love his energy, I love it, and I want him in my manga in that sort of way. Especially because the person he's going to use as cameo is going to be a villain for his story. Might have been a little bit of spoiler because we didn't knew he was a villain from the manga, but it actually is pretty cool. Like to either have that you yourself incorporate it onto that manga itself. What do you guys think?
Wait to be in My Hero Academia.
Right? Like it could be like, oh right, I can't wait to meet the author of My Hero Academia. Like maybe he'll put me into the story.
If I'm involved in a manga, I want to be a villain. I don't want to be a hero.
I definitely want to be a hero.
No, like I'm saying, like not in My Hero Academia, but if I am in a manga, I want like depends. Like then not to get too detailed, but just speaking in general. If I'm in One Piece, Black Clover, My Hero, Chainsaw Man, or anything like that, I want to be a villain.
I just want to be a scout in Attack on Titan, and I'm good.
But James, you might die quick though.
Yeah,
That's fine. That's perfectly
Wants
fine.
to be immortalized.
Thank you. As long as I'm in there, I'm good.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to be, the random traveling hero to Japan that shows up and it's like, oh, okay, we'll wreck some fools, and it's like, hey, I gotta go. I got a contract back in good old US of A. I gotta leave, and I'm like, man, you remember that guy? He was great.
And give you like a special quirk and everything in your ability.
It'd be wonderful.
So for Ray, is My Hero if he had to choose. James, Attack on Titan. If I had to choose One Piece.
All right.
Of course.
be one of the pirate villains.
I will no. If I had to choose One Piece, I will have to be one of Luffy's Grand Fleet, and I will be a I don't know what devil fruit. That's too much to think about right now. But just to be a part of Luffy's Grand Fleet, or be Luffy's not Grand Fleet, because I don't want to be part of the main story. I'd rather be part of the Grand Fleet, just be part of the sideline, but definitely part of the Grand Fleet, and have a good 25 members. If he asks me like, yo, how many members do you want? 25 members, just simple. Not don't hurt your brain about it. Just 25 members, I'm good.
I
And how
feel
many
like for me, it would probably be one of the side characters, probably like those researcher, scientists and stuff.
were?
Little be like I barely talk to people, but I know a lot of this stuff, and then whatever information you need, I got you right there, right there, right there. That's all you need.
For sure.
Almost like maybe my hero, almost kind of like Night Eye in a way.
Oh, that's a good one. Night
Yeah, and like he was a really great character, and we're gonna
Yeah.
learn that in season 4 of My Hero Academia. Yeah,
yeah.
Really cool character.
yeah, he's dope. He's similar. I'm similar to him, but
I can see that.
yeah, I don't mind being a hero, and also I don't really mind being a villain either. So I could go either side from that sort of way. But because it's pretty cool to be being cameos and anything. I mean, we love Stan Lee and the Marvel cameos and stuff like that, and that's something we all want. Hey, what would happen if I somehow make a cameo into this movie, even if I'm just a background character? That's still something.
Hmm.
All right, guys, let's move on. Netflix list entered the anime documentary film for August 5th debut. The description is, what is anime? Through deep dives with notable masterminds of this electrifying genre, this fast-paced documentary seeks to find the answers. I
Okay,
think,
Netflix.
mhm.
The documentary seems interesting. I just can't want to watch it to give my thoughts on it because I can't judge by the title or judge by the description that Netflix gave out. But I just want to see it and see and judge it. Be like, Netflix, you trash, or Netflix did a good job. I'd rather give my discussion and my opinions on it more. But I give the Netflix nice step in the foot in the anime manga industry for you guys for trying. And I wonder who's the people gonna talk, or who's the people that they interview. So that's what I'm really waiting for.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like, I just want to see it. I saw the link. I put it into my list, and I'll check it out.
I mean, I've watched some of Netflix's documentaries, and it's pretty good. Like, some of them had their own series shows. Some of them I've enjoyed. Like Fire was funny. I find that funny. It was a documentary, but it's hilarious. I watched Dope, which is about drug trades around the world, and it's a whole documentary of that, and that's really interesting and intense. But definitely, I'm all for a documentary, especially for anime. It's good. Maybe it's like the evolution from where it started, and then how far it comes to this moment. To say, like, well, we'll definitely see Dragon Ball. We're more likely we'll see it today of My Hero Academia, and all the evolutions of how anime started and how it's come to be today in that sort of way.
I wonder.
But Crunchyroll already has other documentary about anime as well. If I memory serves, it was one of them was with a football player talking about his love for anime, and
Yes, that's true. You're right. I forgot
and
about
there's also another documentary too of what is isekai anime genre, and that's another one of the new documentaries too. So so it's a good learning experience. Definitely can't wait to watch that as well. Final news: Yu-Gi-Oh franchise gets new anime series in 2020 for its 20th anniversary. Its sixth series called Yu-Gi-Oh V-Reigns. Reigns?
Oh no, Re-Range is the current one that's going on right now. The next one hasn't fully named the next one, I think.
Yes, V-Reigns already debuted in Japan in 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that wasn't it. But yeah. But definitely, it is getting a new series by next year. Kind of a little bit early in the game. Actually, no, it's not been early. Almost early in the game, but I think we've all watched Yu-Gi-Oh at one point.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh. Anything Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm down for. So I'm ready for this new series.
I'm curious about it because if it's good, I would jump into it because I fell off after 5Ds 5D because DS it was Yu-Gi-Oh GX and the 5Ds. Yeah, that's what I fell off after.
Right?
So,
I want more Yu-Gi-Oh. I just want more good Yu-Gi-Oh. So I mean, there's also a game coming out soon. I'm excited about, but
yeah.
I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know.
The current one, Revains and Zexo, the one before it, I saw previous episodes when I was bored watching it. They seem good, but I feel like they downgraded. They hit it for more people, not teenagers and adults and kids. They are like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and 5Ds was for kids, teenagers, and adults. Zexo and Revains felt like it was for more kids and teenager bit-ish. So I just stopped watching it and just fell off. So hopefully the next series, the sixth one, is more like it was before kids, teenagers, and adults, like for more over broad range. So that's my hope for the sixth series. So I'm very happy for it.
Okay. I love the original series. GX only watched a couple of episodes. But I liked it. I enjoyed GX. 5D I've watched in like my Saturday cartoons back in the day. Was kind of interesting to mix Yu-Gi-Oh cards and a motorcycle. Yu-Gi-Oh Zexo I have been watching. I actually did enjoy Zexo. Like even though it's like new rules and new strategy, it's what made me came back to playing the trading card game. And I don't know how much money I've spent into this, but it was a lot. Way more money than I've ever spent, never imagined spending.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of money on Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Me too.
Lots of money.
I think Yu-Gi-Oh is the only card game that I really put money into.
I never understood
Yeah.
how to play Pokemon, so I wish I could, but I never learned. But Yu-Gi-Oh,
Pokemon is easier, lots easier.
Well, the thing was Pokemon, I didn't learn the rules until much later, until like so many packs came out. All I did was just get them just to collect and put in my binder.
agree.
Basically. But for Yu-Gi-Oh, I did knew how to play, mainly because the show kind of showed you how to play it in a way.
Later on, after it actually started playing by its own rules.
Yeah, basically. Like once, like after Zexo and it went to V-Rins, I just lost focus. I had no idea how to.
Just Yu-Gi-Oh, you could just draw a card and play it. That was it. By the show's rules, anyway.
Yeah. Well, also, I love how the main character always has a different hair color. I just that's one of my favorite part of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Anime.
Yeah.
Like,
I just love it. Like, how does the main character have a pink and a yellow hair as the main character? Like, how's that humanly possible way of a kid? Like, literally all black, but then the two highlight colors, pink and yellow. I love it though. Like Ray said, it's anime, guys, and that's what I love about it. It's just
having crazy hair and sitting by the window seat is what makes him an anime character. The main character, especially.
And also, remember my favorite part of GX was every time you say went onto the cliff and just stare at the cliff and just say, "This is my model of what I'm doing." Like, okay, but what do you also do at the cliff though? He does his favorite thing at the cliff.
Actually, I think Yusei is the only person that has a normal haircut out of those main characters.
Oh yeah, he did too.
Normal. Yeah, I mean, it's not colorful. It's just brown.
Yeah.
Hair color, yeah, but cut.
The cut was still a.
It's pretty normal, actually. It's something you would see today. That's kind of thing with.
Still ain't normal. Doesn't mean you see it.
I do it right here.
But yeah, definitely, I am interested. Maybe I might come back to watch, but I am not going back into playing. I'm not spending more money than I don't have to more trading card games.
Yeah, I'll play a game, but I won't. I'm not gonna buy the cards anymore.
I will play for fun with you guys. Just play some Yu-Gi-Oh. Hey guys,
there are certain cards that nostalgia will get out of me. So I might go buy like a Blue Eyes White Dragon and maybe an Obelisk Tormentor just to have. I
mean, I think these days not like that original Blue Eyes from like the whole Blue Eyes White Dragon pack, that first Yu-Gi-Oh pack. I think it's like that's a lot of money right now.
For me, I bought the New York Comic Con special edition of the 3 Gods card. That should cost me $100. Like, but it was special edition because you had the Yugi Kaiba card and the God card. All 3 of them. Too much money to spend on it, but beautiful case and everything. God card, so it's pretty cool. But I'm excited overall of the news that Sam said. Overall, I'm excited about the 6th edition. Like the 3 original was Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon, and hey, they're still going on. Digimon is still having the next film. Pokemon having the 20th season or 28 or maybe the number 110th season right now. Who the fuck knows? And right now, Yu-Gi-Oh's coming with the 6th season, so still excited. I'm very happy for it. So as long as they're good and continue being watched, they're going to continue making money.
All right, guys, let's head out to our outros. James, Ray, gentlemen, can you give us your plugs, please?
My man, James.
Yeah. So you guys can find me all over social media at C4Spoilers. Right now, head over to carefulfootspoilers.com. We have covered pretty much everything that they released over at Comic-Con. We have all of the news for Phase 4, all of that stuff, so go ahead and check it out. Check out the Best One, Worst One podcast on Patreon, and check out the Careful Foot Spoilers podcast, because we are going to be reviewing Reservoir Dogs next for Tarantino in anticipation for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So stay tuned for that.
Right?
Okay, I'm interested in that. Yes, for sure. So yes, Ray Apollo, you can come find me on Twitch where we hang out Monday through Friday playing a variety of games. Currently on the docket, Divinity Original Sin 2, Super Mario Maker, or Rage Maker as I like to call it, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, and soon to be coming in the near to later future, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. So yeah, that's twitch.tv/Ray Apollo, no space, 2 L's.
YouTube channel.
I mean, the YouTube channel's there. You'll get to that too, but the Twitch channel, come hang out there first, and then go to YouTube. See all the stuff that you've missed, because there's a lot.
Yes. Beautiful stuff, guys. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and IG at LegendyVash. And guys, check out the videos. Check out the guys here. We do beautiful work, content work. Have them in your bookmarks, website, Twitch, everything here. Take it away, Sam.
Guys, you can follow me at Sam the Mega Man at IG and Twitter. Also, follow us and support us at Twitch and Patreon and Facebook at Anime Lately. And also follow our other social media platforms like our Instagram and Twitter at Anime Lately _. Anime Lately has a YouTube channel where you can watch and listen to our review videos and live reactions and all kinds of anime manga related stuff. Check them all out if you like. If you see, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, comment, let us know what you want us, any suggestions, you want any recommendations. Finally, turn on the bell notification just so you know that we have a new video up on our new channel. Thank you guys for coming. Thanks you guys for listening, watching, however you watch this, and have a good day. Peace.